Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of February 20th, 2025. I'm your host, Sheriffa Muhammad MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. Strategic strikes on infrastructure. The Russian armed forces conducted a coordinated strike using high-precision long-range air weapons, sea and land-based assets, and unmanned aerial vehicles targeting Ukrainian gas and energy infrastructure facilities. These facilities were critical to the operation of Ukraine's military-industrial complex, and the strikes achieved their intended objectives with all targeted facilities hit.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, your trusted source for the latest developments on security and defense operations involving military forces. I'm your host, and today we have an exclusive interview with Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, who will provide insights into the progress of the special military operation as of February 20th, 2025. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
There have been reports of large-scale strikes overnight. Can you walk us through the objectives and results of these operations?
Last night, the armed forces of the Russian Federation executed a coordinated group strike using high-precision long-range air weapons, sea and land-based assets, as well as unmanned aerial vehicles. The operation specifically targeted Ukraine's gas and energy infrastructure, which plays a critical role in sustaining its military-industrial complex. The objective was to disrupt their ability to support ongoing military efforts, and I can confirm that all designated targets were successfully hit. This will significantly impact their operational sustainability.
Moving to the battlefield, let's begin with the Kharkiv direction. What developments have taken place there?
In the Kharkiv sector, our North Group of forces engaged Ukrainian motorized infantry and territorial defense brigades near Volchansk. The enemy suffered up to 45 personnel losses, and we successfully neutralized a tank, an armored combat vehicle, 6 cars, and 3 field artillery pieces. These actions are aimed at weakening their defensive posture in the region.
The West Group of forces has been active in several locations. What can you tell us about their progress?
Our West Group of forces has continued to strengthen its tactical position. We engaged and defeated formations of 5 Ukrainian mechanized brigades, as well as a territorial defense brigade and a National Guard brigade. Combat operations took place in multiple settlements, including Kharkiv, Kupiansk, Kondrashavka, and Novaya Krygliakivka in the Kharkiv region, as well as Kaladyzy and Yampol in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy suffered over 180 personnel losses, along with 5 pickup trucks and 7 field artillery guns, 4 of which were Western-made. Additionally, we destroyed 2 ammunition depots and an electronic warfare station, further crippling their logistical and operational capabilities.
That's a significant advance. What's the latest from the Southern Group of forces?
Our Southern Group of troops successfully secured more advantageous positions and inflicted losses on Ukrainian forces in multiple locations, including Seversk, Vasyukivka, Novomarkovo, Chasov Yar, Chervonoy, Karpovka, Konstantinovka, and Ulikli in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 175 servicemen, along with 2 armored combat vehicles, including a U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier. We also neutralized 2 pickup trucks and 7 field artillery pieces, 3 of which were of Western origin.
Let's talk about the Center Group of forces. What updates do you have?
The Center Group has continued to improve its position along the front line. Our forces engaged a broad range of Ukrainian formations, including 6 mechanized, motorized infantry, ranger, and 3 assault brigades, along with an assault regiment and a National Guard brigade. This took place in Sherbanovka, Shevchenko, Natovka, Krasnoarmysk, Zverivo, Udaknoy, Kedlino, Uspanovka, Nadezhdinka, and Andrievka. The enemy suffered up to 280 personnel losses, and we successfully destroyed 5 tanks, 4 armored combat vehicles, including 2 American M113 armored personnel carriers, 3 cars, and 8 field artillery pieces, including a U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer.
The East Group of Forces has been pushing into Ukrainian defenses. What's the latest there?
Our East Group of Forces has continued to advance into the depths of enemy defenses. We targeted and inflicted losses on 3 Ukrainian mechanized and tank brigades, as well as territorial defense brigades, in the settlements of Bogodar, Komar, Novochertovatoy, Berlitskoy, and Novosayolka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian forces suffered 155 casualties, and we neutralized 2 combat armored vehicles, 9 cars, and 3 artillery pieces.
Shifting to Zaporizhia and Kherson, what actions have been taken by the Dnieper Group of Forces?
The Dnieper Group engaged Ukrainian mechanized and mountain assault brigades, along with 3 coastal defense brigades and a territorial defense brigade. These operations took place in Novoandrivka, Maly Sherbeki in the Zaporizhia region, as well as Kakharovka, Tyajinka, Antonovka, and Pridniprovsk in the Kherson region. Ukrainian forces suffered up to 90 personnel losses, and we neutralized 6 vehicles and 2 artillery pieces. We also destroyed 2 ammunition depots, an electronic warfare station, and a counterbattery station, further degrading their battlefield effectiveness.
Beyond direct combat, how have air and missile forces contributed to the operation?
Our operational tactical aviation, missile forces, and strike drones have carried out targeted strikes on Ukrainian military infrastructure, including airfields, ammunition depots, and sites used for preparing and launching unmanned aerial vehicles. We struck 163 locations where enemy manpower and equipment were concentrated. Additionally, our air defense systems successfully intercepted a Ukrainian MiG-29 aircraft for French-made Hammer guided aerial bombs, 5 U.S.-supplied HIMARS multiple launch rockets, and 112 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles.
The Kursk region has been a focal point of conflict. What's the latest from that sector?
The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to repel Ukrainian military formations attempting to operate in the Kursk region. Our North Group of Forces engaged and defeated Ukrainian units, including tank, mechanized, mountain assault, airborne assault, marine, and territorial defense brigades. Combat operations took place across multiple settlements, and 4 enemy counterattacks were successfully repelled. Our artillery and aviation forces also struck enemy positions in settlements across Kursk and Sumy regions. Ukrainian forces suffered over 160 casualties in the past 24 hours, along with the loss of 2 tanks, 2 U.S.-made Bradley infantry fighting vehicles, an armored personnel carrier, 10 armored combat vehicles, 8 cars, 5 artillery pieces, and 4 mortars. We also destroyed 3 UAV control points.
Given these developments, what are the next steps for Russian forces?
The operation remains ongoing, with our focus on continuing the degradation of enemy military capabilities, securing strategic positions, and neutralizing Ukrainian forces wherever they are concentrated. Our forces remain fully committed to achieving operational objectives.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. Tensions in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, where the NATO-backed M23 rebel group has captured the city of Bukavu, led to heavy fighting with the Congolese army and overwhelming local hospitals. Concerns over a potential regional conflict in eastern DRC, with the people warning that the advances of the M23 rebels threaten to destabilize the region. In Sudan, highlighting the ongoing issues and conflicts in that country. The pollution from Ghana's gold rush are raising maternal health concerns. Also, the African Union called for an immediate ceasefire and urged full cooperation to address all the regional conflicts.